Hi, welcome to vlog discussion number 10. In this vlog, I'm going to be talking about the Rhetorical Act, chapter 8, and reading pop culture, chapter 3, which is about how do new devices and apps transform experience. I'm going to start off by talking about chapter 3. The first passage I'm going to be discussing is the iPod has changed the way we listen to music, written by Nikhil Savell. So in this passage, it talks about, as the title says, about iPods and how they have changed the way the world is, or like the way we listen to music. So basically, iPods are the first things that got rid of people communicating with each other when they're next to each other. Because if you're listening to music, you won't be communicating with the people that are next to you. So it kind of got rid of communication in a way. Also, iPods you can't really know how much music you listen to, since a lot of people don't even listen to the music even though the music's in their ear. Doesn't mean you're listening to it. You can just have the earbuds in your ear, but you're not listening to what's actually playing. So now I'm gonna move on to talking about Postman, the judgment of Tamis. And what this passage is about the story of Socrates, and he tells it to his friend Phaedrus. That's the story of Thalamus and how they began to learn wise circumspection about a technological society. So basically, this is where technology, it wasn't invented here, because back then there wasn't this kind of technology that we have nowadays here. But it kind of started to evolve a little bit, or it kind of got invented there. Just not as advanced that it is now. In the United States now, we see a lot of collisions everywhere, like in politics, religion, commerce. But they're like mostly seen in schools and stuff like that. Now I'm going to talk about Gin, Television, and Social Surplus, written by Clay Shirky. So in this passage, it's talking about her transformation. Oh no, it's talking about Wikipedia and how Wikipedia has a lot of million hours of human thought into it, as well as 100 million hours of thought into Wikipedia. So 2000 Wikipedia projects a year spent watching television, or put still another way, in the United States spend 100 million hours every week in just watching the ads. That's crazy. So us as Americans, we watch so many ads, like most of our hours there. Now I'm going to talk about Love the One You're Near, written by Jennifer Blair. So in this one, it's basically talking about how before, online dating was basically done online and like in a computer platform. And now there's like so many mobile dating apps that you can like download and use to do online dating. So people don't really use the online platform anymore like they did a few years ago. It moved that fast. So in chapter 8 of the Rhetorical Act, it talks about challenges arising from the audience. So the audience has every audience is different, so we don't really know what everyone will think about what we have to say, but we should have a targeted audience, which is the audience that we think that is the one that's going to listen to what we're saying, or like watch us. There's like audiences that are aggressive, some that are calm, some that are just there to listen, some that are there to judge you. There's different types of audiences, and some of them are more harder to deal with than others. Inattention is when they're not listening to what you're saying and they're just like sitting there, or some of them can be rude and disrespectful and interrupt you in the middle of while you're talking. And some of them have attitudes, which you can see by looking at their facial expressions, and that's how you know that they have attitudes and they're not really enjoying what you're saying or doing.